everyone, and welcome to Suffolk Codes Part 2. I'm Miss Natalie, and this is a friendly reminder that I will be available on Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. for office hours if you need help. If you missed last week's session, that's okay. Pause this video and watch Part 2, which you can find on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Alright, let's get coding! Our first project is called Ask Gobo. This is going to be a fortune-telling type of project. It's kind of like a magic 8-ball where you can ask it yes or no questions and it's going to give you an answer, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this one. Our first step is getting rid of our cat sprite here. We're going to look for Gobo. So if you open up your sprites list and you type in Gobo, here he is. He's pretty cute. Then we're going to select a background for him. You guys can choose any background. I like this colorful city here. It's pretty cute. Then we're going to change his size. So Gobo is a little bit small. We actually want him to take up a lot of the screen. So we're going to use this code here. Go to events, green flag, then looks. Set size to, and we want it to be 250. Alright, it's pretty big now. And you can move him wherever you want that makes sense for your background. I'm just going to put him right in the middle, like he's on the street. Next, we're going to teach Gobo how to speak, so we're going to add the following blocks to his code. Alright, then in these sections, we're going to write, I can answer your yes or no questions. In the second one, ask your question, then press the spacebar. And the last one, wait, the answer is coming to me. And for both of these, they're going to wait for 3 seconds. Go ahead and run the project. So at that point you can test it, press the spacebar, and it keeps going. Alright, let's keep working. Next we'll need to create a variable for Gobo so that he has his yes or no answers. So we're going to go to variables, make a variable, and we're going to call this reply number. And then we can see the variable right here. Next, we're going to add this code, and we're going to set a variable, and we need to choose random numbers. And since we only have 2 answers, it's just going to be a random number between 1 and 2. Then we'll choose the if, then, and this is where we're going to put our reply. You're going to look for the one that has the equal sign. This will be the number 1. Then back to our variable. You're going to select reply number. And our number 1 is going to say yes. Then we'll do the same thing for the number 2 with the answer no. go ahead and run your project. And you can ask Gobo a question. I'm going to say, is everyone having fun doing the coding? No! So there, you got your answer. But I hope you guys are having fun anyway, even if that's not what Gobo said. If you don't want this little thing to pop up here, go to variables and uncheck the box. And then when you run your program and you asked Gobo a question, it won't pop up the number. And now I just wanted to share with you guys some little tips and tricks. If you wanted to do more answers, you can. And if you wanted to change your answers, like you can say it's coming soon in your future, or the odds are in your favor or something, all you need to do is change the numbers under pick random to however many answers you want. Then for each number, so let's say if you do 4, then you will need 4 of these if-then blocks. Have fun and let me know what creative answers you guys come up with. All right, our next Scratch project, it's a lot of fun. This one, you guys are going to get to use the paint tool, and we'll get to be a little more creative with this one. First, we're going to delete our cat sprite. Then we're going to go to the sprites menu and select the paintbrush. We're going to make some funny faces, and first we're going to draw a head. So make sure your color is changed to black. Then where it says convert to vector, make sure it says that. So if it says convert to bitmap, you want to click on that and select convert to vector. And with my paintbrush, I'm going to draw an oval shape for the face. Now I'm not an artist and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you basically want to get, see, I don't like that. I'm going to redo it. Create an oval shape. The idea is that you get this little cross here in the middle because you want that to be your center. Now we're going to fill in the face so that you can get the skin tone. So we click the little paint bucket and then you select the color you want. I think I'm gonna go with blue skin tone. Then I'm going to change the name of the sprite to head. And to make sure my oval face stays in the center of the page here, I have to add this code to make sure it stays at right at the center. So when green flag clicked and the go to X, and you're going to change these values to 0 so that it's always at the center. So you see it came up with some numbers. That's where my center currently is, but we want to add 0. So when I hit the green flag, it's going to move it to the center. Next, we're going to add a backdrop. So we're going to go to the backdrop menu, and you can either draw your own backdrop. So you can select any color. And remember, you want it to say convert to vector, so don't forget to change that. We're going to select our paint bucket, then we're going to fill the background, or you can choose the background from the many options that we have here. I think I'm going to go with these flowers here. All right, next comes the fun part. We're going to create some more sprites. Like I said, this is going to be some funny faces, so you can create anything you want. So we're going to create, go into paint, and you can create your own sprites. You can also search for something like hat. So if you don't want to draw, you can always search. But I'm going to draw some features. And you can be as creative as you want with these. And then once you're finished drawing them, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. Be sure to name your sprite so that you know what each one is. Okay, now that I've created my sprites for the different body parts, I can move those to the side. And for each one, I'm going to add some code that'll make it appear where I want it to be in the right place. So for my pig nose, when I want it to go on the face, I want it to go right here. So I'm going to add the same code we did for the head for the position. So when green flag clicked, and the go to X and Y. So this already tells me that this is exactly where the pig nose is. So if I move it around, when I click the green flag, that's where it'll go. Now do this for each of your sprites. So you'll notice that I only have one eyeball. So I'm actually going to duplicate my sprite. So you right click on the sprite and hit duplicate. And now I have two eyeballs. So my second one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move it. And this is where the code will be for it. Since I already copied the code, it's already there for me. You guys can create as many face features if you want. Like I have these lips here. You can make as many funny faces as you want. Have fun! Alright, our next project is going to be a greeting card. The one example that we're using is going to be a birthday card, but you can make a Christmas card or a Hanukkah card or Halloween or anything you want, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever you want. And when we give cards, we usually give them an envelope, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a little message and a little button, sort of like a digital envelope. So first we're going to delete our cat sprite. And we're going to add a button sprite. Next, we're going to create two different sets of code. The first one will center the button and it will make it flash. And then the second one will make it so that if you click the button, it'll open up the quote-unquote envelope. So add the following code to your button. We're going to make the X and the Y 0 and the change color effect by 3. So once you click the green flag, it'll just go in the center and start flashing these cool different colors. And if you click on it, it'll go away. So now we have to add the message that people will see before they click. So in order to add our message, we need to edit the backdrop. I'm going to go to backdrops. Remember to hit the convert to bitmap. And it should say convert to vector because we wanted to map bit font. And we're going to add some text. So we're going to use the text tool to create our message. And we're going to write press only on your birthday. You can change the font to whatever you like. You can change the color, whatever you want. You can even make the letters different colors. It's totally up to you. Once you've created your message and you have it the size that you want and where you want it on the page, we're going to create a new background. We're going to select the party one and make sure that the stage is selected and not the sprite, so that we can add the following code to our backdrop. This code will allow you to change between the two different backdrops of our greeting card. Next, we're going to add some birthday cake, a birthday banner, and some singing sharks. So first we're going to add our cake. So select a new sprite, look for cake. That looks delicious. Move your cake so that it's positioned outside of the frame. As you see, it won't let me move it, but we can change the X and Y axis. We're going to change this to -300 and -100. Now we're going to add this code so that our cake comes in, sliding in from left to right. We're going to also add a birthday sound. So we're going to go to the Sounds tab. And you can see we have our birthday sound. Under the sound blocks, you'll find the Play Birthday Until Done block. Awesome, that looks great, guys. Let's keep going. All right, next we have our birthday banner. So we're going to actually draw this one in our paint one. So we're going to choose a sprite, paint. Again, make sure you click on convert to bitmap so that it says convert to vector. We're going to use the square option and we're going to draw a rectangle. You can make this any color you want. Then you're going to use the text tool and we're going to write happy birthday. You can choose any font or color. Once you're happy with how it looks, we're going to return to the code blocks. Make sure to rename your Sprite banner. Then we're going to add the following code to get it into the right position and then make it move. Move your banner to the position you want, then choose the Go to X and Y axis code block. Ta-da! Alright, next up we have the singing sharks. To add our sharks, we're going to add 2 of them. We're going to select Shark 2. We're going to go into his costume, change his color. Then you can duplicate him. This is going to be Shark 1 and Shark 2. Then add this code to get the sharks into position and so that they can glide down to the bottom of the stage. We'll start with Shark 1. Then we'll do shark 2. Don't forget to test your coding progress every once in a while to see if your program actually works. And don't forget to put a minus in front of the 90 for your second shark. That way he's facing the other way. Alright, now let's make our sharks sing. We're going to add the code first to shark 1 and then shark 2. Notice how one shark has when I receive line even numbers and the other has the odd numbers. They're going to be interacting with each other to sing. Alright, now reset your card from the beginning. And let's see if it works. Hooray! Happy birthday if it's anyone's birthday listening. And thank you guys for joining me for this session. We'll see you next week, same time. Thank you guys so much.